Well, hey, how you doing?
Good.
What the hell? Wow. I was talking to this friend of mine last night. He's a professional comedian, and I said, how's your career going? He said, oh, it's going really great. I got to play the Tropicana in Atlantic City last week. And I said, yeah, but have you played Combs 139? Turned out he hadn't. So how you doing? You in a good mood? Feeling good? Yeah. I'm in a little bit of a weird mood myself. I had some, for dinner I had this venison, ground deer meat. Have you eaten this stuff?
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird. It's like a drug. I mean, I had to stop 3 times on my way over here and rub my head against some trees. So, really bizarre. Now, there are some things I will not eat, like, have you ever been to a deli and they have beef tongue? And it's like, I don't want to taste anything that's going to taste me back. Just me. Or Cheese Whiz. Have you eaten that? I don't know about you. I don't want to eat anything with the word whiz. Just how much whiz is in this stuff. So, my name's Chris Kilmartin, good Irish name, and do I look Irish?
Yeah.
Good, thanks for playing along. I'm actually the product of a mixed marriage. My father's Irish, but my mother's from Japan, so I'm half Irish, half Japanese. Spudnip. That means I spend a lot of time making sophisticated electronic devices, but then I get drunk and can't remember what they're for. And people say, how did you get your start in comedy? I got my start in the great training ground for stand-up comedy, also known as Catholic school. Any Catholic school people here today? Now, well, let me just explain something to you. At a comedy show, when you want to respond to the comedian, you applaud. Okay? Raise your hand in school. To know you're going to have to do any remedial work here. So I went to Catholic school. Any Catholic school people here? See, you're a tech study, just like that. And they all have the same names, you know, Our Lady of the Painful Death, St. John Travolta, Our Lady of Great Agony. And the reason I say this is because how could you not develop a sense of comic irony when your teacher looks like a penguin? Really. And I'll tell you this, she was an evil penguin at that. Yeah. Sister Pablo Maria Diego Rivera Conchita Martinez Santiago de Compostela. Sister Mary Benchpress, we called her. She used to stress personal hygiene, and one of the things that she used to say is, make sure you put on a clean pair of underwear every day. And by the end of the week, some of the boys couldn't get their pants on. Because they didn't take the old pair off. Okay. Explaining that. And, you know, you're messing around in Catholic school a lot. Things are getting boring. Me and my friend Richie, we'd be always cutting up, and you know, and sister would be like, all right. Now listen, you boys, I've had just about enough. And just about enough means, you know, you can get a couple more in, I would think. Don't you boys know when to stop? Yes, we do, sister, and thanks for leaving it up to us. And meanwhile, the guys on the other side of the room, Ronnie and Johnny, the Siamese twins, they were messing around too, and she was like, am I going to have to separate you? Siamese twin joke. That was a Siamese twin joke. After they grew up, they used to have to always go to England on their vacation so that Ronnie could drive for a change. But anyway, that's just wrong. So, like, she'd be cutting up, and then she would, I don't know if they still do this in school, and she'd write, all right, she'd pull out the big guns. You've got a 0 for the day. Oh no, a 0 for the day. And of course it's going to go on your permanent record. Right? And Sharpies had not even been invented at the time. You know? Like, you've got a 0 for the day, you know, well, and you know, well, we'd like to hire you as CEO of Coca-Cola, but I see by your permanent record here, you got a 0 for the day back in '05. So you're gone. So you get 0 for the day. And I don't even know what that means, but if you get a 0 for the day around 10 in the morning, isn't the rest of the day pretty much of a free shot? We're messing around with Sister Mary, not to be the evil penguin, not to be deterred. She started going to the negative numbers, and by 2 in the afternoon, she had gotten to negative infinity, and then why stop there? And then she went, all right, negative infinity squared. We're like, cool, that's a positive number. Thank you, the math majors really appreciate it. Yeah, so got out of Catholic school, got to go to public school in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Lancaster, one clap. You clap with one hand for that school. And Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where I played basketball for the Fighting Amish there. And I don't know if do you still have yearbooks? Like at the end of the year, people sign your yearbooks and they write, they write things like, don't ever change, which is their way of saying, stay awkward, zit-faced, and unsure of yourself. Thank you very much. I hope that larger boys will snap towels at you, like as you go along. And you still have the prom, right?
Yeah.
You still have the theme for the prom,
Yeah.
right? So they have themes like, it was always whatever sappy song there came out that year, or movie, and in my era it was Precious and Few, and then they had in the 80s things changed a little bit with Madonna, and the prom theme was Like a Virgin. It wasn't too good, and this is actually a true story. We had a student here a couple years ago. She said her prom theme was Titanic. Like, do you remember how the movie ended? And I don't know what your prom theme, my hump? I don't know. That's inappropriate. Yeah. And this is actually true, unlike everything else I've said so far. That I actually graduated from high school in the bottom half of my class. And I have no idea how it happened. I wasn't truant, I wasn't using drugs, I wasn't disinterested. I was in a garage band, but as a white suburban boy, and it's the law, and I have no idea how I finished in the bottom half of my high school class. And so I could not have gotten into Mary Washington when I got out of high school. But it was an all-women's college at the time. But even so, I couldn't have gotten in here, and now I'm teaching you guys, so who's zooming who, So I ended up going to Frostburg State College in Western Maryland. Thank you very much. You could get into Frostburg at the time if you were in the top 105% of your high school class, and you could demonstrate your ability to sign a check. You were in that college if you so desired. And at first I thought I was going to be a philosophy major. And I wrote a quick philosophy joke. Descartes walks into a bar, bartender says, would you like something to drink? Descartes says, I think not, and he disappears. Okay. Well, wait a minute while everybody explains that to the business managers, okay? So, I write my first paper, and it's entitled, I Think Too Much, Therefore I Am Too Much, and came back with the grade F-. So I said to the instructor, F-? And she said, well, I didn't feel comfortable giving you a G. I decided I'd change my major. I tried marine biology for a while. We put radio collars on Marines and charted their mating habits. That didn't work out too well either. And so off into the world of psychology, and we did some research on, drug research actually, on, now we have to start over. I know, I'm in kind of a weird mood. I had this deer meat and cheese whiz and beef tongue and things like that. I don't want to taste anything that's going to taste me back. So, we're all caught up? Okay. So we did some drug research in psychology. We discovered that rats, given the equivalent of 2 marijuana joints per day, tended to wake up later and not look for jobs. That was pretty important. And on the world, and of course, and this is actually true, unlike many of the things I've said, is that my specialty is in psychology of men. And so I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the psychology of men. And there's this thing that men do, it's called male bonding, and it's a kind of a code language. So if I want to bond with a guy, I'll bond with you. I'll go up to him and I'll start with the international male greeting. See? And then I'll follow it up with something clever like, how about them Yankees? This is code language for bond with me. I give good bond. That's just light bonding. A little more intense bonding is watching football together on television, jumping up and down the furniture, giving each other high fives, arguing with the refs as if we're actually on the team, using a small child to demonstrate a lateral pass. Heavy bonding involves repeated vomiting. There's a good deal of drinking in heavy bonding, and a secret that most women don't know. When we can't find somebody to drink with, we will drink with our dogs. Now, there's 2 basic problems with this. One, it's hard to get your face in the little dish. And second, dogs get drunk very quickly. So you have 1 beer, your dog has 1 beer, you feel next to nothing, your dog is dead drunk. Because it's 7 in dog beers. Thank you very much.
So I made this thing. It's like, I call it, I forgot.
Well, it's got a button here. I mean,
Oh yeah, this makes things water, liquid, beer. It makes beer come out of the bottom.
that's magical.
Yeah, but you can drink it and like,
Well.
you just like sit down. Come.
Drink it. That's no imagination.
No, I'll sit down. It's
You
too
sit
much
down.
energy. Now hold it.
All right.
Now just press the button.
Wait, it's getting. It won't turn off.
Why are you holding my keg upside down?
Because I'm
wasting
very
all of my
strong.
I made an invention though.
No, you just took it out of the trash can with all the ice, and now you're holding it upside down.
Wait.
There's a
I
line.
have an idea. This is way better than the alternative.
Father O'Malley, we have such a special relationship, a very special bond between us. You're the only person I can come to because of this. The Siamese children in my class are picking on me. They throw stuff at me constantly and they call me names.
Hey, Keith, what you doing?
You see what I have to
Hey.
deal with?
There's 2 of us. We get no double.
I'm sorry. I really don't know what to tell you. I think they might be possessed.
Can you make me a confession, Father?
I can try. Do you think I'll fit in the confessional?
Hey, Whiskers, what do you think they're gonna have us do today?
I don't know. I think they already did something to me.
I don't know.
I'm really, really tired.
I'm tired of them injecting me with things and making me smoke pot.
Are you sure that's pot? Because you're moving around a lot.
I don't know. It could have been cocaine intravenous. I don't know. My brain is the size of a fingernail clipping.
I'm gonna get such an A on this project. Listen, have a Cheeto for you.
I want Funyuns, damn it, Funyuns. not a Cheeto.
Gerald, I would not have married you if I knew that you got a 0 in kindergarten. I can't believe you made me go through this wedding and then the night after our wedding you tell me this.
Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Go through every day of my life with you?
Yes! Yes!
I'm I've only known you for like 2 weeks.